stopped jail support.
So you stopped jail support?
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, they're done. And every time you see them over, they're
like
going
you're
to take
part
your
of
shit.
it. That you send the money, you better start paying money for it.
We're going to take your shit every time they come. So know that.
The folks who get released from jail?
We're going to take the shit that comes. If people think they're going to give to those people, we're going to take it every time.
Sometime in the middle of June, one man with an ancient grill began cooking ribs for the houseless community and protesters in Portland, Oregon. This act of kindness grew, over the next months, into Riot Ribs, a mutual aid station in Lonsdale Park that at its peak supplied food, medical supplies, clothing, and other necessities to anyone who needed them. The police tore the complex down nearly every night. The community rebuilt it every morning. Donations poured in. In late July, a member of Riot Ribs decided to take control of the operation. Men with guns forced the original operators out of the park. Community donations slowed as word spread. The operation, that once occupied half of Lonsdale Park, dwindled to a single tent with just a few grills, a small organization that calls itself BLM Ribs. BLM Ribs remains in the park to this day. Last Friday, October 16th, BLM Ribs decided to forcibly clear out the houseless encampment in nearby Chapman Square. I asked JP, a member of BLM Ribs, to explain a bit more about the rationale behind this move. This is BLM Ribs, right?
Yeah, that is our name.
Okay, cool.
That is our name.
So, like, what happened here?
The city of Portland voted that they have overstayed their welcome. Rampant drug use, drugging, unsusceptible young girls, and then sexually assaulting and or raping them. Theft.
Why are you buying me with a phone? Because you want to get your shit took? Yeah, I know. You're preserving your right? Yeah. Slap the fuck out of you in a minute inside of your face.
And they're in here like cockroaches, stealing. Four of their own members that sleep over there came to me expressing concerns about donations being squandered. And they're accepting donations under a protest.
Oh, interesting. So they're soliciting donations.
Actively soliciting. I've had people come over here and say, oh, they hit us up all the time. They're actively soliciting.
I see.
For what cause? That's why you gotta lay your own carpet down. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're designed for this. We need food, blankets. Come get it.
So you feel like probably it would be better if people donated here at BLM Ribs?
This is what we're here for. This is the sole purpose of what we're here for. And then just ungratefulness, like, no, you can't have 4 hot dogs. We have people online. They slashed my tent, they slashed Phil's tent.
So in response, you're basically trying to clear out the people that were over there? Or?
Like, hey, tighten up, guys, over the last 4 to 5 days. Like, guys, tighten up. So it's going to be us, the Proud Boys, or the Rangers.
So you felt like it would be better for y'all to do it?
Proud Boys going to turn into an ugly situation.
You've been threatening people all day. Nigga, what's your name?
You've been threatening people since last night.
Ever since the colonizers stole my land.
Did you call me a fucker? Did you call me a fucker? Hold on. I'm gonna show you something, bro.
Ever since the colonizers stole my land.
I'm homeless right now, homie. I'm homeless right now. I'm homeless right now, homie. Now, I don't got no weapon. You come over here with a weapon. Unharmed. It's unclipped. You're ready for violence.
Some Portlanders might recognize Idris Phillips from July 23rd, when he guarded the district courthouse fence side by side with far-right agitator Philip Anderson.
And the Proud Boys have dozens and dozens of black members, including myself, by the way.
Anderson recently made headlines for his disastrous October 17th free speech rally, which he organized with a simple purpose in mind.
All we're going to be doing now is beating the living shit out of all the people trying to stop us. We're going to be going there.
This strategy backfired for Anderson when a black anti-fascist used his fist to relieve Anderson of his front teeth. Anyway, back to the story.
Proud Boys going to turn into an ugly situation.
I heard there were like 2 vans that took stuff away.
This and that one never even took anything away. I took stuff away. I took 2 loads this morning of garbage that they spread out. They said there's 2 vans that came and took stuff.
From us?
No, from that.
Oh.
2 vans pulled up and took stuff. No, it's all lies. Oh, they also told you we had guns too.
I did hear that, yes.
Yeah.
Fuck Jay. Fuck Jay. Fuck Jay. These guys are all carrying guns. Or what?
I know y'all feed a lot of people, but it also seems like a lot of people's stuff just got wrecked, so it's hard to know how to feel.
We took pallets. In the we took pallets. We didn't take anything else. We took pallets.
Needles.
And we took pallets and a couch that was donated to us, but they took it from us.
Okay.
Condoms?
While we were
Condoms?
This is all homeless people shit. They're taking clothing. They're taking coolers, tables. They're taking lamps. They're taking cookware. They're taking padding. They're taking more coolers. They're taking sanitation supplies.
What about the elk? Was there a reason that guy got
The Proud
toppled?
Boys came this morning and knocked it over.
Okay.
Again.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that was the Proud Boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but what is the elf? How important is that?
What hold on is that that's their thing. What you're hearing is just fraudulent lies from people that won't even hear.
Okay.
There was 2 gasoline bombs over there.
He was telling me
I
that.
have pictures of this, video of this.
I would love to see that. If you're willing, I would really like to see that. This picture of the Molotov cocktails found at the houseless encampment was taken by Bradford Lockett Jr. of ID Intellectuals, LLC. I promised him I would credit him, and I am a woman of my word.
They literally have Molotov cocktails in the park. We have pictures of it.
Yeah, he was showing me the
It
pictures
wasn't
earlier.
planted there. It wasn't
No,
some
that was theirs.
strange.
They were mad that we found them.
Do you have a goal for the Chapman Square houseless encampment? Like, is your goal to get rid of it? Like, what do you...
Houseless encampment, do you remember when the park was cleared at a point?
Yeah.
We were all under an understanding that we weren't going to camp here. We were going to use it for better purposes.
What kind of purposes?
Betterment and empowerment of the community. What ideas do I have that are already implementing and working on?
Sure, yeah.
This
I mean,
park
just
is
anything you
not a
want to try.
community park without us or a group that's not police or federal government.
You work with the cops.
I know. You want to turn yourself in today? Because you don't got your mask on. We snatching that shit off and making you go down there to the police station to make a report. Because you're going to make one. I'll make you make a police report. What? You don't want to talk? Shut up before I pull that shit off your face.
We're here. We're not going to go anywhere.
Okay.
We make it a community.
This is a battleground now. We officially turned this into a battleground. How they want to burn it up and they got an agenda they want to do, we want to turn it into a battleground. And we want to battle for it.
JP gently but firmly dissuaded me from interviewing either Bradford, the man in the black Nike gear, or Phil in the orange jacket. When I returned a bit later with one of the 45th parallel absurdists, we quickly found out why.
We stopped jail support. You said who?
Yeah.
The people.
Okay, so you stop jail support?
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, they're done.
You
And
didn't know that?
every time you see them over,
It's
they're
like
going
you're
to
a
take
part
their
of
shit.
it. That you send them money, you better start paying
We're
money
going to
for it
take
to
their
keep
shit
going.
every time they come, so know that.
The folks who get released from jail?
We're going to
Ain't
take
no
the
joke.
shit that comes and people think they're going to give to those people, we're going to take it every time.
I mean, I am, like, pretty surprised, because, like, those are people that got arrested, you
Yeah, those
know?
are people that got arrested for helping them.
So what's the rationale behind shutting down jail support?
Of people who
The
don't
rationale behind
have
shutting
harm.
down jail support is that jail support needed to make contact with street support first. Who are these people that are going to jail? They're going to jail from the streets. And I know that the jail support feels like they're bailing out the protesters and all that, but you're also jamming up our justice system with that activity. We got other people that go to jail from the streets that we care about, that we bail out.
Yeah, they get supported by
No,
jail
they
support
don't.
as well.
No, they don't. Jail support
never got
picks and
next to jail
chooses.
support, ever.
Jail support picks and chooses who they want to help. But guess what? They don't have to do that no more because street support is here. They have money in a fund where they bail people out. And then they give them money on a card. You're familiar with that? I can pull up the Facebook. They have a Facebook.
So that's you're referring to they help
The
people get
Freedom Fund.
Ubers up to pick up.
No, the Freedom Fund that bails people out. And they put the money on the card. If you go to jail, you can get the $1,000 up to $3,000 on a card that they give you when you get out. You're not familiar with that?
Yeah, he is.
I know you guys are playing games.
You were familiar with
and the more you guys play games, it makes me want to just really shut it down.
He didn't know you were familiar.
So that's cool. Keep playing games. Keep giving people money when they get out of
We're
jail
gonna
and all
fuck
that.
it up every time.
If you don't have no funds for street support, then you guys can't run it no more.
And
jail support's over. You're going to get crashed, and they're not going to be able to support anybody.
What do you mean by crashed?
They're not going to be able to support anybody. It's over.
But, like, I mean, just, like, what, are you threatening to, like,
No.
fuck their shit up,
No,
or?
of course not. It's going to be over. They're going to get crashed.
But what does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's just like it's just an interesting phrase.
Yeah, crashed. I know.
Crashed.
Crashed.
Okay.
Good one.
So I'll let people know.
Everybody uses that. Crash.
I'll let people know.
Everybody uses that. Crash.
After Phil told me that the police used the term crash units, I did some research. The only crash unit I could find was the Community Resources Against Street Hoodlums team from Los Angeles, a hideously corrupt and violent unit tasked with quelling gang activity. While I was trying to figure out what crash meant, Bradford was threatening to do some crashing of his own.
Bro, I'll break your phone. Don't keep taking me, bro.
I know. Crap.
I'll run a company. Don't keep doing it.
As it turned out, we both had a lot of new terms to learn.
So Antifa is like an organizing principle that's been around since fascism started in the 1930s.
I know, but they got a new movement in America called Antifa-K.
Antifa-K?
K. With a K. Like, hey, we're just a K on that shit. They got BLM-K. It's a new cell that you guys created from taking out the police.
I've never heard of that.
You're hearing about it today. It's official. People have been.
Okay, so where? Like, where can I find it? Where can I research it?
It's happening right now. This is BLM-K.
The precise nature of BLM-K remains obscure, but perhaps it explains why Bradford was so adamant that BLM Ribs is not, in fact, connected to the Black Lives Matter movement.
And they're not attached to the Black Lives Matter movement, even though I'm not attached to it either.
Okay.
I'm not black.
A lot of the black voices have been saying this for
I'm
months.
not black. I'm not black. That's derogatory, man. Don't call me black.
I'm sorry.
That's derogatory, bro. Don't call me
Shout
black.
out Antifa though for destabilizing everything for us.
What I am. I'm Nigerian and Great British. Don't call me black. Just like you're not white, bro.
So are you associated with BLM Ribs at all, or no?
Well, yeah, it's my brother.
Cool.
And
Very cool.
I've been knowing for a long time.
Okay, so you're not associated with BLM, but you are associated with BLM Ribs, which is different.
Well, yeah, because they're feeding the homeless people.
Gotcha.
No, I'm saying BLM not here anymore. They got eradicated.
On these sidewalks.
Do you see a BLM sign over there anywhere?
Yeah, actually, there's one leaning
Where?
against the tree.
Oh, show me.
A lot of these people actually maybe.
Here, it's leaning against the tree right over there. That's what I was saying. They got BLM signs.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do for you.
Uh-huh.
We'll put this over here, right? And then we're gonna add a K to it. So we'll make this we'll make this their first song.
But I don't. What is the K? What are you talking about with BLM-K? I'm just saying I've never heard of it.
I don't even know what BLM means, but the BLM-K is just a movement. This was the only sign that you seen, right?
I mean, I've only been here for about an hour.
Well, there's no more over there. You see, there's no more. Because BLM's not there. You're the only one acting like you're there because you guys are here to act like BLM is existence over here so you can hide behind homeless people and play games. When you can't decided to come to Portland with some Antifa movement, you guys had a plan.
You came.
You're
I've been living in Portland for 10 years.
When you guys made a plan to come to Portland, even 10 years ago, say you made a plan 10 years ago, that's actually when our problem with the police stopped because the feds came in to investigate the police about brutality. And at that time, they weren't investigating.
And they've been found to be substantially in violation of their federal
so-called
settlement.
Negroes. They were investigating doing stuff to other Europeans. They weren't investigating doing stuff to so-called
They were being
blacks.
investigated because they tased somebody to death who was a person of color,
no,
and they had a long
no.
record of killing people who were in mental health crisis.
Okay.
That's what they were like.
Whatever it is,
federally investigated.
Whatever it is, since then we haven't had no more issues with that.
In the last 10 years, you're saying the Portland police have had no issues.
Well, I'm saying the community.
The community has had no issues with the Portland police in the last 10 years.
And they're dealing with it correctly.
All right, Portland police are dealing with everything correctly for the last 10 years.
You can talk to the Portland police about that. You guys already scared them. They don't want to talk to you. You can talk to me about shutting down jail support. Yeah.
As it turns out, Antifa is the real problem.
We're wiping Antifa out. You gotta go, dude. You can't be here. You don't have to talk to me about fascism, bro. Don't talk to me about none of that. At all. Yeah. But you know what I want to oppose? Is anarchy, because anarchy is not good for nobody.
Yeah, I oppose anarcho-communists as well.
I'm not doing all those political comments. What I'm telling you is this shit's gonna stop.
It already stopped.
Period. You see that? How we clean that out? We're gonna clean the rest of that shit out too. If it don't
clean out the ideas as well.
Well, you gotta clean out the ideas.
And
I don't give a fuck. I want the ideas.
You've mentioned the LGBT community
No,
multiple times.
that's Antifa's only ally here.
No.
All right, again, like,
That's
you realize that the LGBT community is as diverse as the black community.
I get it, but that's Antifa's ally. That's who they hide behind, and that's who they use to use their propaganda.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of black folks wearing black over there.
I get it.
And there's a lot of queer black folks.
I said that's their
And
ally.
that's where.
Why did that upset you when I said Antifa is their ally? Why did that upset you?
Because you said that the LGBT community is Antifa's only ally. That's a hell of a statement.
Important, yeah, important.
All right.
As of Thursday, October 22nd, BLM Ribs remains operational in Lonsdale Square. The Chapman Square houseless encampment, on the other hand, has vanished.